Um, Hi, we have chose to do the work on the Netflix, which is the American largest technology media service. Their main product is content, entertainment, and production. Before streaming TV, there were broadcast TV, cable TV, satellite TV, people rent videos and DVDs. This was before entering of all the streaming TV. Netflix, next. Netflix was founded in 1997 by two guys in California, United States. They offered subscription-based streaming services, a library of DVDs and video that were sent to the customers by mail. They sent DVDs and it took a while until it get them. In 2007, they changed something and they became the service of content. In 2017, they became the largest name in entertainment and production and the largest company that gives streaming TV. Since then, they offer a large range of series and movie, TV shows, and from all times, from all ages, that you can find anything you want, which we called the long tail. Next. Today, there is no house in the world, almost no house in the world that doesn't have the Netflix in. They have millions of subscriptions. They have more countries, more languages series, more content, more original productions. They even won the Oscar on their production. Their success became their identify the trend. They success because they identify the need and the trend for online streaming. Today, their value is about $200 billion, which is huge. Next. In 1997, when Netflix entered the market, their competition was Blockbuster. Both companies were renting videos and DVDs, and say, Blockbuster, you can come, enter, and pick up, and Netflix were sending it by mail. In 2010, Netflix offered Blockbuster to cooperate and to merge together, which they declined this offer. Later, in 2010, they fell out of the market and Blockbuster bankrupt. Next. Netflix is offering streaming over the internet, movies, series to all kinds of ages and population. They have their own production and their self content. All this ads free. They're using a price model that is based on the three different packages, their base, their standard, and the premium. The difference between the packages is the price, of course, and the screen that you can use at the same time, which in premium you can use 4, and the base one is for 1 screen. This is actually called value-based price, because people are their valued package is by price and how many screens you want to add to your subscription. The price is low enough so people can make this. They're getting no commercial watch and no commercial content. Packages that can be suited for anybody, and you can have 1 month for free to try. You have experience good, and then you can decide if you're joining or not joining. Netflix, their content is being paid and they're being produced before So they want to have as much as subscription as they can, so this value can be covered.
Netflix has a large library of open source that's used by many developer and technology company. And Netflix in the past few years, they use a lot of open source from other company. So they felt obligated to do the same and open source their code. So many company can contribute to their open source, like improve it and fix code. And they won a award in 2050 on their large open source. Netflix main technology challenge is mainly focused on two areas. One of them is Netflix is a streaming service, so it's a work over the internet. So how to make it fast and no delays and not stuck over the internet, that in a few years ago, the internet was not that fast enough. Secondly is how to improve the recommendation algorithm. The recommendation algorithm is based on the number of users. So how to make it, how to predict it good enough, like recommendation for the best comedy or the best movie or the top 10. And actually Netflix has opened a competition for the best team that will be best predict algorithm for their film rating. They gave a 1 million prize for the best algorithm. And it's a crowdsourcing that benefit mainly by Netflix, that they got really improved their prediction algorithm. Network effect is the effect on the product from the number of users. So Netflix main network effect is on two fields. One of them is their improve the recommendation algorithm as the number of users increase. So they have bigger data to analyze from it. The second one is when it's increased the number of users, so it's an effect on other user to join their service, like recommendation by friends that use Netflix. So they recommend on movie that they saw, and it can show it only on Netflix. So it gives some pressure to join their service. Netflix today has lots of competition at this streaming area. They have the main two competition. One of them is Amazon Prime Video, which their business model today is to give a free user for all Amazon Prime. And the second one is Disney, which took also strategic decision to took out all their content from all other streaming service. And you can today see Disney production only on Disney streaming service. But still Netflix, because she was the first one, she's the biggest one with the biggest number of users. Even though today there is lots of new streaming service. Netflix did several cooperation. First of all, Netflix, you can watch Netflix today on almost any PC or TV or tablet, or also almost any device come built in with Netflix, like any streaming service like Xiaomi, and also the remote control have a special button for Netflix, so it's very easy to use it today. Also, they did a bundling service, so today you can see on Netflix lots of content from all kind of production. And also they did a bundling with other cable TV, like for example, they did bundling with Hot, that you can buy Hot service with Netflix in a cheaper price than you would buy it separately, each one separately. So it's better for the customer. Our recommendation for Netflix Manager is, first of all, to maintain their service and technology. I think the services work perfectly. It's very fast, fast loaded, no delays, and to maintain it while it scale up. Secondly, we would recommend Netflix to add analytic by profile, which means profile by their age or gender or location. So you can see recommendation for other people at the same age are watching, and also at a location. If I live in Israel, so maybe get recommendation only from Israel, and to do it, to do some filtering by profile, besides just get the top 10. Another thing is like add recommendation service by the customer, like Booking is doing. You can add your recommendation and add rating for the movie you saw or series or TV show, and each one can see other people recommendation. Another thing is like to add some social community in Netflix, like in Facebook, that you can have your own friends, you can add friends, you can see your friends' recommendation, maybe add a sharing option, like if a friend of mine recommend me on some movie, so I can see her, that she is one of my friends, I can see what she recommends and what her habit of watching TV. I think it will give the customer to be more locked in, meaning that it will be harder for them to leave the service. Today, they can leave the service almost without any problem. But if you can add this social community and there's a recommendation, so you have all your friends there, so it will be much harder for you to move. And it's a question.
At the end.
Yeah, it's a question, is it the end of the TV? Is we are moving
only
to
streaming possibilities are for the crowd? Will people stop watching the TV and only watch the streaming content? We'll wait and see for days to say.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.